How'd you get here?
The splintering of this community is way worse than I thought, and I know I've briefly touched on this a bunch of different times in a bunch of different, episodes of this series particularly. Because, okay, here's the thing: when you get to the newest Sonic game, you get into the fucking weeds of it. You get into the deep, dark section of the Sonic community where people start switching up on shit left, right, and center. Very much like, every other video gaming cycle for even remotely popular franchises. Guys, I fucked it up. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I fucked it up again. Okay, fuck. Alright, wait, hold on. I was doing it right the first time. Right? This, down. I fucked it up again. Guys. What is happening? That was the easiest fucking puzzle to ever exist. Why was I struggling so much? Oh my god, I am actually dumb. I'm actually dumb. Alright, this comes up. We finished it at a perfect time. Starfall is here. And for those of you who don't know, this is one of the main features that people complained about in Sonic Frontiers. It's where it kind of floods your view with a bunch of random shit, and you get money and stuff from picking things up, and you have a slot machine that takes up way too much of the goddamn screen. You can turn this off. I didn't, because I honestly like what it does to the gameplay loop. I think mechanically it's really awesome, and I actually prefer it being on. But I can see why people would hate it, and I'm not in love with it visually, don't get me wrong, but I like what it gets me. So I don't care, I'm gonna keep doing it. Well, I was saying something before I decided to become the worst puzzle gamer ever known to man. I knew how splintered this community was. I knew. But I guess I didn't know the true depths of it. Because every single video I've made on this has gotten a mixed bag of comments, each proclaiming to be the true de facto opinion, where it's like, okay, no, the people who hate on this game are just fucking weird, they're just haters, they don't know what they're talking about. And then, people that are like, actually, if you even think about considering liking this game, bro, if you think about the thought of liking this game, you're just a fucking corporate bootlicker, because this is awful, and it's unpolished, and it's buggy, and it's terrible, whatever. It's a swath of people saying two completely different things, and both being so unbelievably sure that they're correct, that I sit there in awe watching all of these comments come in. And I'm sure they don't read the other comments, so they don't know the fucking, like, oxymoron going on of people being like, this is the de facto opinion. What do you mean everyone is saying a different thing? What do you mean everyone is saying the same? It's fucking... It's weird, dude. It's weird. And being on the receiving end of a lot of, this, I guess, Frontiers, like, hate and also meat riding, you know, to give it both negative terms, just for equality, for equality's sake. It's wild. It's wild because so many people have such drastically different opinions. The only in-between people seem to be like, yeah, the game's like kind of a fucking unpolished mess, but it's really fun. So, like, I don't care, and that's kind of where I'm at with this, right? I think Frontiers, I don't think anyone is saying that it's a shining achievement. I've been saying this for every single episode, I swear to God. This is not a shining achievement in gaming. It's not a shining achievement in Sonic gaming. It is just a fun game. For me, personally. Since apparently I also, oh my god, I need to be like, it's my opinion, guys. I swear to God. I swear, I know everyone has their own opinion, and I'm talking on my YouTube channel, so I'm sharing my personal opinion, but I guess people don't understand, so I gotta say that out loud. I gotta make sure people know that, yeah, everything I'm saying, I'm talking out my own ass. Not your ass, my ass. This is not your ass. You don't have to be concerned about what comes out of it. My bowel movements are my problem. Get the fuck at it. Genuinely, the amount of people that have started discourse with me, based on some fuck-ass Sonic the Hedgehog opinions, like, it's beautiful. And I think the community is stunning and stellar and amazing just for that. But, like, holy fuck, man. I'm also fighting for my life out here in these comments. And also, okay, this is another question I have for you. This is another question I have for you. Why is the Sonic community so deeply entrenched and the idea of skill issue. We've talked about this before, okay? We've talked about this before, but the skill issue conversation is insane. It is insane how deeply entrenched that shit is to pretty much every single aspect of Sonic discussion, because I'll play any Sonic game, it doesn't matter what it is, and if I say something negative about it, oh, have you ever thought about the fact that maybe it's a skill issue? That never happens with anything else. I've recorded Mario, I've recorded the whole goddamn rainbow, the whole entire rainbow of genres. Sonic is the only one I get this with, and the only one I see this with outside of, like, good example, like Souls games, which are relatively notorious for having some fuckheads in the community that are just very mean about nothing. Pretty much. You know, the capital G gamer shit that really doesn't fucking matter at all. This is a really cool platforming challenge, by the way. I think I might be in love with this. I think this might have actually changed my sexuality a little bit to being romantically interested in platforming challenges. It's really cool. I just like the idea of shifting your focus, shifting your plane that you're interacting with in the middle of a platforming challenge, and thus interacting with the content in that platforming challenge in a different way. Like, I think genuinely this is the most interesting skydiving has been in any Sonic game, period. Like, yeah, Unleashed started off, we got the fucking start of the Mojo Jojo that people were running with for the rest of the fucking Sonic franchise or whatever. They're like, we need more of these skydiving sections, they're so aesthetic and cool and whatever. Whatever. Point is, this is the most interesting it's been since its inception, I think, where you kind of go down and then you have to deal with the exact same platforming challenge, just in 2D and then going up again. Like, that's fucking dope. That's dope. Tell me that's not dope. I was supposed to go over here. I've been rambling and bitching so much that I just don't even know what's happening in my brain anymore. What I was saying, I genuinely have only seen this type of shit, the skill issue discussions, in the Sonic community and the Souls community, both of which get a relatively negative rep for being somewhat weird, in different ways, to be fair, but still, they both get a negative rep for interesting parts of the fandom. So, overall, very interesting thing to kind of notice and start realizing, where am I going? What am I doing? Anyways, my point was, what is the connection there? I don't have a good answer for this, I genuinely don't, but what is the connection between Sonic fans and the desire for skill to be able to give any form of constructive criticism on an experience? Okay, I can start, like, connecting the dots, but they're like fucking elementary school dots. It's like when they give you a picture of a fucking circle, and they're like, connect the dots and draw the circle. It's like, it's a circle, bro. Connect the dots, my ass. I look at it, it's a circle. I don't need to connect shit. Okay, so we're working with very, very, very minuscule connecting of the dots. Maybe it has to do with the fact that, you know, skilled play is an important part of Sonic, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be talking about a Sonic experience, replayability and the way that you tackle levels is such an integral part of it for so many people that in order to show that you've properly replayed the level enough times to be able to comment on it, you have to be good at the game. It's very loose logic, and it doesn't make a whole lot of fucking sense, but like, that's the only connection I can make. By the way, this boss fucking sucks. It's a cool visual thing, but that's kind of all it does and all it's effective at. It also takes way too long and is one of the many bosses on this island that I think it just does not work how they intended it to. Like, it's fine, it's cute, it's a QTE. The QTE should have taken literally fucking 5 seconds and then he implodes, or you get to beat him up after that. It did not work like that. I think we're about to beat the shit out of him. I think, yeah, okay, there we go. And now we can fuck him up, and there's no way that he just, so apparently don't jump. That's what fucked it up. That's what fucked up. Can I run away? Do I have to deal with this fucking boss? It takes so long. It takes so fucking long. Leave me alone. I'm good. I'm gonna kill this thing instead. Oh my god. But going back to what I was saying, yeah, the cookie crumbs are there. I kind of see like why people would be interested in that. Here's my take on it, right? I don't think you need to be good at a game to say it's not working for X, Y, and Z reason. If you're not interacting with certain systems of them, then I think that puts your ability to talk about those specific systems into question. And depending on how integral those systems are to the experience, for example, if you're playing an RPG and you're not leveling up your character and then you complain about the game being too hard, you know, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. I can see that, but I feel like those are very night and day differences to, like, you played this particular level somewhat poorly, and therefore you cannot comment on the quality of certain elements of the level design. Which I think is it's just counterproductive. It's counterintuitive and counterproductive, because sometimes the reason you play a level poorly, even if you understand the systems that are in place, is because the level fucking sucks. Like, the level is ass. Maybe that's why sometimes, you know, you play it poorly. Maybe that's why going through it for the first time wasn't this particularly amazing, resounding experience. Oh my god, and especially when it comes to, like, a first playthrough of a level, it's obviously never going to be as good as someone who actually understands what they're doing with the stage. If you know the level design, if you replayed it a bunch of times, you running through the stage is going to be a completely different vibe. So I think there's merit in talking about, you know, what it feels like to experience some game for the first time, as well as what it feels like to run certain stages. You are not better because you've run the stage more. You don't understand the stage, like, I guess, level design, philosophy-wise on a deeper degree because you've played the stage more. If I have literally just gotten through the stage and I talk about my perspective on it, I'm just as fresh as you after running through the stage another time. Like, I can talk about the level design, guys. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I feel like you should be able to talk about level design when you've gone through it, and you don't need to run through it enough times to be considered really fucking good at the stage to be able to talk about it. Yeah, like, if you want to talk about the replayability of the stage, yeah, you need to fucking replay the stage, but, like, just talking about it on a baseline, like, that's crazy. That's crazy shit. Fucking weird things happen in the Sonic communities, TLDR. I've gotten a lot of fascinating takes. I forget how to do this boss. I remember if I do this, maybe it'll do the Psyloop. Good old Psyloop. There we go. That's exactly what it was. Perfect. I really do like Sumo. I think it's one of the cooler bosses in this area, and genuinely just one of the cooler bosses in the entire game, because I love the idea of fucking him up and just throwing him into the side of the ring. It's like, oh my, I saw this Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time boss, and it was one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. It took a meme character, made him into a wrestler, and then immediately after that sends him into, like, fucking a ring and just makes him fucking throw hands with Link, and Link can backflip into the side of the ring. It's that type of energy, and I love that shit. I think it's so cool, and especially for Sonic, I'm fucking it up really bad, but especially for Sonic, I've never really seen anything like this before, so I think it just works incredibly well. How am I supposed to get him into the corner when he... Okay. That part's a little weird. I don't know how I'm supposed to fucking know which direction to send them in if it's not going to show me where the lightning is. It's a small quirk, but overall, it's a really fucking cool boss. Miles better than Shark. I want to avoid Shark as much as humanly possible whenever I see him. What happened? What the fuck was that? By the way, apparently there is a mod that removes a lot of the camera control bullshit with this enemy specifically. For those of you who might ask, I'm not playing with mods, and I won't be playing with mods. Guys, I'm on the PS5. I can't do that. I can't play with Hedge Manager. I can't. I just fucking can't. But there are a lot of cool mods that'll completely alter this experience for those of you that do have issues with them. Obviously, Band-Aid solution to the game just needing to be good frame one. Like, the game should be good. I fucked up again. Why am I suddenly so bad at these? Go up this way. Check this shit out. Down this way. Oh my god. You're so intelligent. I know, thank you. I've been working on my brain skills recently. I've been going to the gym and slamming my head on the pavement, and it's making my skull and brain tougher. So that's actually why I'm so good at those puzzles now. So, no need to applaud me. No need to applaud me. I know I'm just better. Call me what you will. Call me what you can. I'll take the compliments. I'm not, don't get me wrong. But, I'm just saying that, we are built different, and it is what it is. This is one of the coolest fucking platforming challenges I have seen in this entire fucking game, and I want to run around to it and get that done, at least get that done for this episode. I want that. I need it. I desperately need that specific platforming challenge in my veins, and then I'll be good to go. And then we can fucking call it quits and ignore the fact that I've been talking about the people that watch my content for this entire episode and saying mean things and not barely talking about Sonic Frontiers at all. But I feel like a lot of the interesting parts of being a Sonic fan comes from the community itself. I know there are a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm a Persona fan, but I'm never going to even remotely associate myself with that fucking community. And that's totally valid, don't get me wrong, but I feel like when it comes to, being a fan of something, part of the fun of it, in a lot of ways, is interacting with the community and interacting with elements of the community in an interesting way. And just, I don't know, it's neat. It's neat. Can I just say things are neat? Oh my god, some motherfucker is gonna be in the comments like, wow, you said this was neat. I actually think this part of the community, this specific thing you said, was unneat. And that's why I'm gonna destroy you tonight. Tonight, when you least expect it, I'm gonna take a baseball bat and fucking strap it to both of my fists and start swinging. So I'm gonna have two baseball bats constantly getting flung into your head at my punch speed of 30 miles per hour directly into your skull, and I'm gonna fucking crack that shit open like a goddamn nut. And then you're gonna be the nut on the floor. Am I stupid? Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Okay. These challenges can get kind of interesting. These are probably some of my favorite quote-unquote puzzle challenges in the entire thing. Having to interact with them and think about the momentum of where they're gonna land, think about how Sonic is going to jump into them, and how that's going to impact the trajectory, that's fucking cool. That's fucking neat. And if you want to look at me and say, actually, I think that's not neat. And do you know why? It's because of you. It's because you said it was neat that I'm going to say it's not neat. Did I miss something over here? How the fuck did I miss that? Okay, you know what? We're gonna do a different platforming challenge instead, because I fucking lied to you. It's my best quality. I lie all the time. I lie to you, to people that are like, oh my gosh, are you interested in filling out this survey? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't have time today. But absolutely, if it was another time, I'd donate the dollar. I'd donate the dollar and I'd absolutely. No, bro, I'm just tired. I'm just tired, and I'm done with my classes for the day, but I'm not gonna fucking sign your shit, because then you're gonna send me a million emails, and literally nothing is gonna get done, and fucking what am I even talking about anymore? Dude, I think I'm sicker than I thought, dude. My brain is working on fucking half power. At best, dude. At goddamn best. I am actually so mentally cooked. By the way, guess what fucking told me that I was supposed to jump there? Guess what told me? My Sonic intuition, because it's just that fucking big brain. Can I just... Yeah, there we go. That's all I wanted. My Sonic intuition. People shit talk on my intuition takes, but when fucking levels play with your intuition... and they play well, and you're like, I know, based on every Sonic stage I've ever played, that right now, right here, this is going to be the moment that I have to jump. This is going to be the piece of level design that's going to appear, and I'm going to have to interact with something. I know there's going to be an upper path there. I've been running straight for too long. Like, that shit works. Oh my god, when that shit works, it works. Generations has a swath of that. It has a lot of these reactionary things, but also when you're in these 2D sections, just reactionary, not even reactionary stuff. But what do you call it before reactionary? Pre-reactionary. No, yes, the pre-reactionary things where you use your brainicles to take action before that you actually think about taking the action. Yes, of course. Point is, when intuition works properly in these Sonic games, when you can fucking think about what's coming next, and it's also mixed with, obviously, the unexpected, it has to be a good mix of shit. It has to be what the fuck happened? It has to be a good mix of shit. Guys, do you think it's coming back? Guys, do you think it's gonna... Do you think it'll... Guys, do you think it's... Alright, we're just gonna kill myself. I'll get the S rank later. I already know I'm not getting it. I got all the red star rings. I had all the red star rings. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll get it in a second. We'll make it work. I'll run through the stage again and show you my fucking insane Sonic skills, and we'll get there. I feel like every single time I run through Sonic Frontiers cyberspace stages, I always talk about Sonic skills or something. I don't know why. I don't know what aspect of this makes me think about being skilled. I guess because I'm actually trying to interact with all the systems that are in play here. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I will say, the fact that having all of the red star rings actually gives you something very immediately tangible, that does really impact the way that I go about playing this game and the way that I went about playing it on my first playthrough, because holy shit, it's fucking awesome to actually be rewarded immediately for that type of thing, rather than like a generation, not even a generation, sorry, more a Sonic Colors and Lost World type experience, where it's like, oh my god, you did all that and now you get Super Sonic. It's like, yeah, that's cool, and that's a way cooler reward than getting a fucking gear token or whatever, I get that, but at the same time, like, it feels good to collect all the star rings, to get the S rank, to finish with X amount of rings, to do all this extra bullshit that normally I would ignore. One more time. That normally I would ignore in any other Sonic game, but because it's giving me a pretty immediate reward and making me feel good about getting through it now, immediately, rather than fucking however many hours down the line and however much effort it takes to get through this shit, and like, it works. Something about it clicks with me more. Can I boost out of this? No. Oh my god. What? I remember how I said I was gonna show you my Sonic skills? Just let me fucking... I'm cooking still. I'm cooking still. It's fine. It's fine. I love interacting with the terrain with this fucking upwards air boost. It's so fucking cool. The way I play these levels are so vastly different from the way I play any other boost formula levels. It's so cool. It fucks, because I can do this, boost up here, bounce into that. Oh, do a little bit of this action, double jump here, boost. Like, tell me that's not dope. Tell me. Stringing that shit together in the air is not amazing. For those of you who don't know, fucking air combos in Sonic games is where I derive every ounce of joy that I've ever felt in my entire life. I mean that. Every single fucking ounce of joy that I've ever gotten. When my fucking birthday comes around, guess what? I'm like, alright, but is this gonna beat Sonic? Is this gonna beat how Sonic makes me feel? Get into a relationship, you know? I love her more than anything in my entire life. I love her so much. We get married. We see our kids grow up. You know, everything's just working well, and I could never be happier. But is that really true? Is that fact, or is that just my fucking brain trying to convince me that I don't need Sonic anymore, that I can get out of this rough cycle? I think it might be the latter, because this moment where I obviously get the S rank here, it just feels good. I don't know what to say other than that. It just feels fucking good.